All right, Barlow Brigade, how y'all doing? Old Big Jim coming at y'all from down here in Wicked, Mississippi, home of the Deep South Cutlery Night Show, also the international headquarters for BOG. That's the Barlow Observation Group. Well, this video is something I needed to do, but I needed it to do it today so y'all could watch it at a decent hour. I mean, it's 9 o'clock at night, and the only way to explain it to you is just tell you the truth. I got home from the knife show at 5 minutes after 4, or that's the last time I remember looking at the clock. I went to the kitchen. I made me a cup of coffee. I went back to my room and started trying to process some of this stuff. Lit me a cigarette. I know, disgusting habit, but I try to keep it to a minimum. Anyway, about 8:15, 8:20, I woke up with Purina cat food breath. I was laying across my bed, fully clothed, with my shoes on. There was a completely burnt cigarette in the ashtray that had not been touched or not had been messed with. There was a cold cup of coffee. Okay, I was exhausted. Okay, mentally, physically, spiritually, every kind of exhaustion you could have. Now, I'm not. That's not an excuse. That's the facts, Jack. Okay, and that's how I try to keep things with y'all. I want y'all to know that I believe today that I've made contacts with, and I don't know what to call. I'm just gonna call them brothers in blade. I could use the idol. I could use the spiritual. I could use. There's all kind of monikers I could put on these individuals that I was blessed with dealing with today. But the only way I can do it is they're my brothers in blades. They're my brothers in Christ. Um, all outstanding individuals. And I'm not talking about these YouTubers that have inspired me and kept me going. I'm talking about just about everybody at the night show, from Preacher Billy Ray all the way down, all the way to the little girl with the pink purse. She came back today. Okay, and yes, I gave her whatever she wanted. Didn't hesitate. Didn't bat an eye. Okay, but that's okay because I did that all day. And the only way to keep this passion for knives is to let the youth experience who and what we are and how we do this. That's why it's called a brotherhood, a community, a whatever. Once again, whatever moniker you want to put on it. Okay, so and that's just me coming right from the heart with y'all, and that's the way it is. But let's get into it. And I got a few cutters. We're gonna look at some cutters today. It's not just gonna be a people shout out and this and that. Now there's gonna be some shout outs. There's no doubt about that. Okay, first of all, the person that hosted me at this event, an outstanding individual. But he like me, we're both, the clock has we went past midnight, and we're both older gentlemen, and but he's like me. He got a little scatterbrained. He got a little out there. Didn't know what was going on. I more or less had to get his attention and make sure that he concentrated because I made two epic trades with Brother Rex Wiseman. Okay, Brother Blades and More. He has I think 88 subscribers, and each and every one of y'all should go and watch this man. He has a hashtag he's going to put out that involves everybody in this group. Okay, so okay, and he's got a great hashtag, and it's going to be one or title or whatever you want to call it. So, Brother Rex Wiseman, Brother Blades and More. He has a ministry on his online. He has a private Facebook group that is his ministry. he has his YouTube channel, which is his passion, knife collecting. Y'all just go over, man. There's sometimes there's no words that you can describe it. Now I'm going to put this in the order of the people and the knives that I have over here. So first of all, and I told y'all about this, I believe it was last night. I don't really remember because everything kind of running together. There's a gentleman that came down from Kentucky. His name's Dwayne Clark, Brother Dwayne. Okay, absolutely stunning gentleman. He sat there, okay, and he is he's like me. He's a big old teddy bear, but he's very soft spoken. But he's an E.F. Hutton. You know, if you remember the old E.F. Hutton commercial, but y'all may not. It's been a minute. But there used to be an E.F. Hutton commercial where they had one guy that every time he spoke, if there was 20 people in the room, they all stopped and leaned in to listen because when Brother Dwayne speaks, it's in a low voice. He can bring it. Okay. And I also shared with y'all the little burlap bags that he uses that he sends his little treasures and his gifts out with people all over the knife community. Anybody that I probably saw him to kids, grown ups. I probably saw him pass out 30 of them at the knife show. Okay, and he tells them all the same thing. This is a olive wood cross that was produced in, I think he says Israel, and it's been anointed and blessed. So he shares that with everybody. Now, like I say, he gave me one of those baggies that I didn't know because I hadn't looked in it until today, right before I did this video, and I went in there and looked what was in there, and obviously, Brother Dwayne knows that I like projects. Okay, all these knives are in great condition. They're great knives, but one of them needs to be have a spa treatment and get the pivots loosened back up, and all such as that. But the one that I picked out here to show y'all it's a Queen City knife, and it's a canoe pattern. So I'm going to share that with y'all now. And the reason that I think that he gave this with me with the purpose of having something to work on, because that's my passion. I mean, I love working. I love giving old knives new lives, and that's a Doc. That's one of Doc's lines. But if I can get the thing open, it's a Queen. So anyway, I don't know if I can get it open, guys. I don't want to cut myself right here in front of all y'all. Of course, I've done that already before anyway. It's a canoe. Y'all know what a canoe looks like. And it looks like at one time it was dyed. It was a reddish color. Okay. And it's I don't know what's going on with it. Don't care, because I'm going to take this and turn it into a banger. Okay. When I get through with this, and I'll make sure y'all remember it, it'll be right there where it needs to be. All right, well, this morning, about, I don't know, it was probably 8:30-ish, between 8:30 and 9 o'clock, I don't really remember. I look up, here they are. I mean, they're strolling across the exposition hall there at the Stone County Fairgrounds. And, of course, I jumped up just like I did when Brother Dwayne walked up, ran around there, and got the love and got everything that I needed to get, and was welcomed and all that. But Mr. Harold Terry, HT's EDC, just every bit of the gentleman, Southern gentleman, that I expected. Complete, just a dapper individual. Just, everything. And a lot of times people, and and Brother Harold, I hate to use the word hero and inspiration and words like that, but I mean, we've discussed it here and there and back and forth many times, and but just I hope I hope that I am able to share this kind of fellowship with this gentleman at least once a year. Of course, you never know what path that you've been given until it happens. And but on the way to the event this morning, it was about 10 minutes after 7. I pulled up to one. I got sneaking through the alleyway to get to the venue, and I was cutting through the back of a truck stop, and before I rolled out onto the highway, I stopped and said a prayer that not only HT and Brother Dwayne get there safely, but everybody that was going to be involved with the knife event got there safely. You never know when you're going to have to get to pray. This happened to be one of them times where I had my foot on the brake and I was looking out the windshield of my truck. But I threw that prayer out there, and thankfully the Lord helped and delivered. So he comes in. He had some little goodie bags, and he said, "Reach in there and get you one of these. Reach there and get you one of these." And we'll go over that later. All I can say about the little goodie bag is Stag. Okay, but I'll share all that. I've got a month's worth of content coming, guys. Okay, so y'all don't worry. There's going to be plenty of this stuff for y'all to enjoy, and it will happen. Well, he goes and he drives around, bought a few knives and this and that and the other, and I believe him go out to his truck, and he comes back in, and he walks up there. He got his old his magnetic lock slip in his pocket, toting a automatic Buck 112, which was expected, but that's just that's how he rolls. But he reaches in his pocket and he pulls something out. Now I call this is called a pocket dropper. It can be worn on your belt, but this is the perfect knife to be carried in your pocket. Okay, I could put my Barlow in my slip in my pocket and slide this down in there beside it, and be happy all day long. I'll never know it's there until I need it. Okay, but I just want y'all sitting there. I don't want nobody to fall when I do this. Huh? Y'all ready? Ram horn. Did I mention ram horn? There you go, Brother Dan. Got to keep that tang stamp mafia on. You keep them off of you. Kissing cranes. And this is one of those parts of the journey here where I ad lib a little bit. Now, about 2 weeks ago, 10 days ago, I don't remember what it was. Brother Harold and Brother Dwayne went to a pawn shop and bought 4 or 5 buck knives, fixed blade knives. And over the next day or two, he dropped a couple of videos of showing you those knives and their sharpness. Okay, and this is after he got in there where he fit in there and fixed it up. And ladies and gentlemen, this ain't no different. Okay, so the man speaks of what he knows, and he does he does what he says he does. Absolutely stunning. Stunning. Okay. Next. And there's going to be a serious video drop about this channel. Serious. I got a box of cutters from this gentleman. And one of them in there is, there's the swag in this bag is, swag in this bag. I kind of like that. The swag in this bag is awesome. First of all, I got the sticker. I'm more proud of that than just about anything else. Look at that. Crosscreekoutdoors. Don't ever play golf. He explained, I know how to do the of course, I don't know if I can do it with my old eyes, but I know how the shooting the playing card trick is done. And I've seen a lot of stuff. But him shooting them golf balls that he bounces off a brick, but he explained it to me, and it made perfect sense. And I understand. So, absolutely outstanding individual. He told me his stories, some, his life, collecting stories, knife stories, and we shared, a few moments together. This man can bring the word. He's a study of the Bible. I mean, he's of course, the great thing about the Bible is that it's open for interpretation depending on your how you feel, and you can read one verse one day and it affects this situation, and you can read the verse the next day and it fits that same situation. That's why it's such a good book. Okay, and Brother Dwayne always brings a real life story into the scripture that he shares the scripture reading. He brings that in and makes it fit together. Okay, Brother Dwayne. Now, like I say, there's going to be a very big update on this. There was some information traded about a certain part of his channel that I'm going to do a complete video on, and I'll go over the other 2 or 3 cutters that was in this box that I got. But for those of y'all that know, okay, this is the case. It's a pocket knife made for case to their standards. I don't know if it's assembled in America. I just don't know that much about this particular part of the case lineup. I'll concentrate more on their knives, collector knives, user knives than I do on this particular part. But thoroughly impressed. I know my way around a modern knife. Okay, I pretty much know. But I'm going to read this to you. It's a 75 678. It's called Ballistic, Ballistic. It's in black and aluminum, which is a G10, I believe, and an aluminum frame. And this one was born in August the 23rd of 2018. Okay. There's your model number. There's your, all your inflammation, as Brother HT likes to call it. I don't know if there's anything else I need to share on there. Tech X. Okay. And here's the pocket knife. Now, I hope I don't make a fool out of myself on this one, because a knife this size is a 4-inch, maybe 4 1/4 inch, trapper size knife. But it's a modern. I don't really recall if it's spring assisted or not. No, it's not. It's just a flipper. But anyway, I'm gonna try to get in there. Beautiful little. I call that a drop spear point, but everybody has a different name for it. But look at that, boy. That thing is just purty. Okay, I'm just saying this is purty as it can be. There's your pile side. Here comes your show side. Got a place for a lanyard. probably got something Stag to go in there. There's your tank, your etching on the blade. I don't think it's got the part number on the blade, or the model number on the blade anyway. It doesn't. But that's some of that good stainless steel that Case uses in their pocket knives. Yeah, don't know what else to tell y'all about that. So that'll be in my pocket, I can promise you. Okay. This goes, okay. Preacher Billy Ray Bond is the owner, the CEO of Deep South Cutlery. Okay. Now his son, preacher, or brother Seth, they're both preachers. They both have congregations. Late, about 2:30ish, 3 o'clockish, comes popping up to the booth. Hey, you know what's how you know? There was 3 or 4 of us sitting around there, and he goes, "What y'all got going on?" I said, "Not a whole lot." He hands me a box. He said, "You want to trade for this?" I looked at it and I said, "Yeah, oh man, I got a bunch of Rough Riders in this." And to tell you the truth, I don't even know what I traded for him. But you know what? Don't care. Don't care. He, you know, down here, if we make a deal and we both shake hands, and it's a deal. And you know, we understand after that handshake that there's no need me coming back saying, you know, because that's not. We made a deal, you know. And I would, if that ever happens, I always tell him, I said, look, man, we shook hands. It's a deal, you know. And at that point, there should just be no more discussion. But that's just how we do things down here, you know. There's no wine zone. Anyway, Brother Seth Bond, Chief Operating Officer. Here's the way Brother Preacher Billy Ray, he describes it. His best friend is Seth Bond, his son. Now that speaks, down here, that speaks volumes. Not only is he his son, blood son, but he's his best friend. Now, I'm going to share this with y'all because I feel like I need to. Brother Seth lost a friend here in the last, I don't remember exactly how long it's been, but you need to go on the Deep South YouTube page and look up a video about his dog, Cheeto. Okay? But I'm telling you right now, get your handkerchief. Okay? Get your handkerchief before you watch this video. And I advise every one of y'all to watch it. If you've ever had a pet, you've ever lost a pet, you will understand why I'm asking you to go look at this video. So I'm almost to the point where I'm going to start calling Brother Seth the man. Because when I left the comment, I said, you know, as long as I live, it's always going to be Cheeto and the man. Okay? Cheeto and the man. And this is what he dropped on me, guys. You want to trade? I said, bro, just take what you want. Okay? When I looked at the label, y'all can see it says black synthetic rough cut razor. I love a razor knife. My problem is going to be leaving this one alone. I'm pretty sure I can do it. I've already had a discussion with myself about it, about not, you know, because I like to modify, put a choil in there and regrind the easy open part and all that. But this was the vault pattern from 2024. Okay, and is it the most sought after one? No, it's not. Is it but it is what it is. Okay. This is just the way I got it wrapped up in the paper. And the story that it was shared with me, and like I say, all this is, half the day is fuzzy because I did so much, made so many deals from the little girl with the purse all the way to Brother Rex and Brother Seth, I don't really know what I did. I know I come home with a lot more knives than I left with. Okay, I've got 2 boxes slam full, and I haven't even unloaded the truck. Okay. Black rough cut synthetic. Y'all see why I like this pattern? See that bolster? Okay, now Barlows don't normally have a tail bolster. They always got the head bolster. But now, Brother Seth, when he was after we made the deal, he got whatever we traded on it. Like I said, I don't remember. Whatever we traded, he got ready to walk off. He leaned over to me. He said, "I bought a collection for X amount of money," and he said, "I sold 2 of the knives and got my money back." And I don't know why that had anything to do with our trade, other than the fact that he, to me, was telling me that I have nothing hardly in this knife, but I want you to have it. So let's trade, and that's how we do it down here. He knew I would trade. He knew I was going to tell him take whatever you want, and like I say, I don't even remember. But look at that, right into the half stop. I get a lot. I catch a lot of slack, a lot of grief from people talking about how I talk down about Case and put down on Case. But y'all, I got them. I'm not. It's not my first rodeo. I've been collecting knives since the '70s. Okay, so I got them. One arm razor, just a beautiful pocket knife. Okay, and I got 2 more little things I'm gonna share with y'all. The gentleman, remember yesterday when I showed y'all? I think I got it sitting right here. I showed y'all this little blade that I went and got out of a dollar box. Okay, Curtis Dinkler is his name. It got his Crossroad Cross Creek Cutlery, I believe. I don't know, but remember I bought this little knife for $1 from him. Polished it up once I realized what it was. Got a good look at it. Well, today, right before closing time, or everybody getting ready to go, everybody packing up, he comes down there and offers the entire box to Brother Rex. And Brother Rex bought it. And Brother Rex was in the middle of making some deals and stuff, and I went over there and pulled out 7 knives. I paid Brother Rex, he paid $1 a piece for them. Okay. I went over there and offered him $2 a piece for them, and then kicked him just because it ain't nobody else bid it, but they kicked him in a bonus fee on the ones that I picked up. Most of them were Elk Ridge. Most of them were tiny toothpicks. There was maybe 1 or 2 in there that wasn't tiny toothpicks, but this is one of them I got out of there. But I knew. Y'all see that? That's a Stag tiny toothpick. And y'all look at this shield now. That says Colt. Brother Rex knew. I mean, when I paid him for it, he looked at him. He said, "Mm-hmm." I figured that'd be one of them. Y'all go look this one up. Of course, Colt hadn't been made in a minute. The last thing I looked it up a little bit after I purchased it, and this knife hadn't even been offered since 2016. And the only one that I could find even close is the medium toothpick, and it sold at auction for $60+. That's the medium toothpick in Stag. Now, when I first got this cleaned up, I went over there and me and Brother Rex talked about it a little bit, and but it's the grind on it is it's not it's wonky. I don't know how good that's going to show up, but see on this side you got a pretty good grind, but on this side it's not, and I think it's factory. That's a factory grind. So I thought maybe it was a second, but don't matter. Now this knife is 3 inches. Look at this. So that's a wonderful thing. Wonderful thing. And no, it's not for sale yet. Okay, the last thing I'm going to discuss with y'all, we're at 30 minutes, but this video, y'all can, I'm putting it out late. Most people are going to go to bed and not even see it tonight, but they'll pick it up tomorrow. And I may take a little break. I may do something late in the day because I got a lot of loose ends I got to put together. But anyway, Bubba's EDC, okay? One of these epic trades that I'm going to share with y'all was actually facilitated by the fact that Bubba, who is like me, just a big old NHT, just a big old fella that just loves people, loves to give. He gifted me a knife that I traded along with a couple other knives to Brother Rex. And I'll just go ahead and tell you, I got a Remington, $80 Remington bullet knife. I know what the value of the knife that me and Brother Rex traded, but I made it sweet for Brother Rex because he is a knife guy. Traded him a Queen knife and a couple of Rough Riders, and that Rough Rider Black Reserve. And but all of that would have never happened without Bubba. Okay, Brother Brian. Okay, my dog. So, Brother Brian, I don't know that I'll be able to get you in the hashtag or in the title of this video, but rest assured that you got a box coming. It may go tomorrow. I may just ship it on out. And also, there was a ripple in the force. I got right before I got on here, I got a text, a message from a gentleman y'all might have heard of. His name is Stephen Jeffrey. I sent him a little something the other day. Y'all may remember that slip he made me with my elephant toe and all that. We never talked about payment. He did it to me for me because we're brothers in the blades. I gifted him, he's gifted me back and forth, and but that's irrelevant. But I gifted him a pretty good cutter, and then a whole box. He's that artsy guy. He has the eye. He sees stuff me and you. He's like Aaron Williams. He sees stuff that when they look at something, they look at things different. They have an eye for it. I'll look at a empty paint can as an empty paint can. They look at it as a piece of art. You put it in a plexiglass box and title it "My Last Year of College," or something like that. And it, the paint they used during their last year of college when they were graduating from art school or whatever education they have in that. So he has that eye. And if you watch his shorts, I'll go one better than that. Y'all go over to Make Cutlery Great Again and look at the sheets that he made for Mike Yarlett over there, Jr. Y'all go over and look at that sheet. And I've said this 25 times on this channel so far, and I'm going to say it this last time, and then I'm going to say goodbye. Stephen Jeffries is a beast, okay? When it comes to making a slip, Stephen Jeffries is a beast. Exclamation, 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 okay? I'm sorry this video is 35 minutes long. I believe every bit of this is important. I'm gonna hit y'all. I'll probably hit y'all tomorrow afternoon with a little something to to keep y'all entertained during the after lunch hours and stuff. So Big Jim's gonna sign off. I love each and every one of y'all. Y'all are my family, and you will continue. I don't care if I have 140,000 subscribers next month. Each and every one of y'all are gonna be my family, and I love every one of y'all. Rule number 9.